Today we're starting our unit on how to solve equations. Today we're specifically looking at one-step equations. How do I solve one-step equations is our essential question. I'm learning to solve equations. So for your warm-up, write an equation that is equivalent to the equation below. So to be equivalent, it has to mean the same thing. Do we divide by a fraction? No, we multiply by the reciprocal. So this becomes 3 over 4 times 2 over 5. The next one says that we're supposed to solve the equation above. 3 over 4 times 2 over 5. Now if I extend everything out, which I can do, I notice that I have a 2 up in the numerator and I've got a 4 in the denominator. What should I do? Well, 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So this equation now becomes 3 times 1 over 2 times 5, which is 3 over 10. So as we get ready to solve one-step equations, we have to use variables. Now we've looked at variables, we've worked with them in the past, but what is a variable? A variable is a what or what that represents an unknown quantity. What would be an example of a variable? X, and X is a what? X is a letter of the alphabet. Or a symbol. A symbol could be something like alpha or beta. A letter could be X, Y, Z, A, B, C. So it is a letter or a symbol that represents an unknown quantity. So let's specifically talk about one-step equations. One-step equations are equations that require one operation to solve. To know which operation to do, we have to think about operations that undo what the other one does. So, what operations undo each other? What are opposite operations? So, if I've added, how would I undo adding? What is the opposite operation? That would be subtraction. What about division? What undoes division? Multiplication. Okay, now, if you add, then you'll have to subtract to get rid of it. If you multiply, you'll have to divide, and vice versa. So what about squaring? X to the second power. That means I've squared it. What undoes squaring? Square rooting. So to undo x squared, I take the square root of x squared. And I get back to x. Okay, now we're going to go through this and we'll do it one step at a time. First, we're going to identify the operation that we've used. Then we're going to identify the operation we need to undo it. So as I'm looking at the first one, what operation do you see? You see addition. How do I undo addition? We use subtraction. To undo it. Okay, this is what you do. Step 1, draw a line through your equal sign. Step 2, draw another line underneath, leaving enough room to write. So this is a plus 5 equals 8. I've added 5. To undo it, I subtract 5. Now that line tells me that I've got to do a mirror image on both sides of what I've just done. Positive 5 plus negative 5 is 0. A is equal to 8 minus 5 is 3. And that's my answer. For the next one, 15 equals b minus 4. What operation do you see? Subtraction is correct. Now, we use what to undo subtraction? We use addition. To undo subtraction. Step 1, draw the line through the equal sign. Step 2, draw a line underneath with enough room to write. I've got b minus 4, so I want to add 4 to both sides. This tells me I've got to do a mirror image on both sides of what you just see. So as we're looking, negative 4 plus 4 is 0. I've zeroed it out on that side. 15 plus 4 is 19. 19 is equal to b. Now, if we want to check, I would put the 19 minus 4 and I get 15. I've checked it and that is the correct answer. Up here I would do 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. 8 is the correct answer. So I've checked and I know I've got the correct answer. If you're having any questions, back up the video and watch it again. So on your own, pause the video and see if you can do the next two on your own. So looking, I hope you tried it on your own, and all you're doing is checking your answer. So we're going to check, what operation do you see? We see subtraction. We use what to undo subtraction? We use addition. Step 1, draw that line through the equal sign. Step 2, give yourself enough room and draw the line at the bottom. Make sure you can write. Step 3, we're going to add 12 to both sides. 12 minus 12, negative 12 plus 12 is 0. I've zeroed it out. T is equal to 8 plus 2 is 10, so I'll bring the 0 down, put a 1 up there. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So T is equal to 30. To check, 30 minus 12. Borrow 1. This becomes a 2. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 2 minus 1 is 1. I've checked my answer and it is correct. For the next one, what do you see? I see addition. How do I undo addition? I use subtraction. Draw the line through the equal sign. Draw a line underneath. This keeps everything in the correct column. I've added 3. The opposite is to subtract 3. 3 plus negative 3 is 0. P is equal to 12 minus 3 is 9. To check, 9 plus 3 is equal to 12. I do have the correct answer. Okay, I've done one with addition and subtraction, and you've done one with addition and subtraction. What did we learn to do next with numbers? Multiply, and then we learned to divide. So as we're looking at this one is not as in your face as the last one was. 6x means I've multiplied. 6x means 6 multiplied with x. So we see multiplication. And I've got to spell it right. I was thinking about it right, but not spelling it right. So what undoes multiplication? Division. Now, in this case, we're not going to draw a line through the middle of the equal sign because we're still going to do the same thing on both sides, but we're going to turn it into a fraction. 6x divided by 6, 12 divided by 6. Why does it work? 6 divided by 6 is 1, and I want 1x. 12 divided by 6 is 2. How do I check it? 6 times 2 is equal to 12. I know I had the right answer. For the next one, what do we see? What does this bar tell me to do? It tells me to divide. What is the opposite of division? Multiplication. So I've divided by 4. I'm going to multiply by 4. Four divided by 4 is 1. 1 times c is c. So c is equal to 20. 5 times 4 is 20. How do I check it? 20 divided by 4 is equal to 5. So I know I've got it correct. So the whole time you're working on one-step equation, you're asking yourself, what operation undoes what I've just seen? So remember, keep the column straight. Draw the line through the equal signs to keep both of the sides of the equation equal. Use opposite operations to undo what has happened to your variable. Now, what is a variable? Give me 2 examples of a variable. You could have used any letter in the alphabet. I'm going to use J. J is a variable now. Or I'm going to actually use beta. Beta is a Greek letter. It looks like a capital B with a line down a little bit longer there. I could have also used alpha. Alpha and beta are the variables you will normally see when you're looking for missing angles of a triangle. So, you've got 4 problems to solve. I want you to pause the video and see if you can solve the 4 that are in front of you. Pause the video now. I do hope you tried, and I hope all you're doing now is checking your answer. So I'm going to draw the line. I see addition. The opposite of addition is subtraction. Subtract 5 from both sides. So F is equal to 9 minus 5 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. For the next one, draw your line. I have subtracted 3. The opposite is to add 3. Y is equal to 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 minus 3 is 8. 4 times some number is equal to 32. The opposite of multiplication is division, so I divide both sides by 4. X is equal to 8. 4 times 8 is 32. I've divided by 3. The opposite is to multiply by 3. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other. H is equal to 30. 3 times 10 is 30. Check. 30 divided by 3 is 10. I've got the right answer. So, how do you know when you're successful? You know you're successful when you can solve equations. These are one-step equations. If I add, I need to subtract. If I multiply, I need to divide. So I hope that this explains one-step equations very well for you and that you can now do them.